Or there's a town dog. I'm back for another Flight Simulator X. I'm going to take a little small trip today on a new plane I bought today. It's just, of course it's FSX, it's not real, but anyway, I just bought it today from Just Flight. It's just on sale. I've been messed with it for the last 5, 6, 7 hours trying to get it to do things it didn't want to do, but I got what I want to do, but I still couldn't do everything I wanted to do. But anyway, I didn't have a 2D. I still don't have a 2D that's usable. The 2D is buildable. I can build it, but I put 1 inch out of another plane, which I wouldn't even want to say I put it in there, but I had to have it to make my pop-ups work. They wouldn't size out right until I changed the main panel out. So I changed that to a panel out of a little biplane, which I'm not going to use it today. I hope I don't even pull it up, but I do. But it was in there just so I could get my pop-ups to work. Now I'm fixing to go down here and we get this plane out. If I can't get it cranked, what we're going to take it back over. I'm going to dig a hole and beer that big sucker. If I can't get it started. But anyway, let's see what I don't have a start menu for it. I haven't even tried to study that. I'm too busy doing other things. But anyway, here's the plane right here. It's a de Havilland. De Havilland who? My mind just went blank. Anyway, it's a de Havilland that they on sale today. It's an old freight plane. It would hold up to 8 passengers and 2 crew. Let's see if we can get it pushed out of here before we start it up. Get it out of this building. So we're going to do a pushback on it. Here, go right here. Push it back out of the building. Crank it, turn it around, but I'd rather push it out in the open first. I may even go try to find out what name it is on it. Oh my God. So we'll look it up in a minute. It's an oldie back in the early 50s or something. Anyway, it's got the front gears. Got a little bulky body to it. Alright, let's stop the pushback now. There we go. Now we'll lock the brakes before I start it up. Now I'm going to walk around a little bit. I could just take one of the Pipers instead of this. Pipers are static, it's not people. Anyway, see if we can get this thing fired up. Like I said, I don't have a makes sound there to be turned on. That's not the sound. We'll do a different sound now doing that one. That's the air brake sound you hear when it comes on. And I don't have all these buttons figured out. I messed with them just a minute and I didn't get any response out of them to suit me, so just have to crank it. Auto start. I'll get somebody to pull the prop for me. Maybe that'll get it. The fuel is on. The power's on. Lights is on. All of them. Now, let's see if we can get this big bird fired up. Oh yeah, she's smoking up a little bit there. Got one of them running. Looks like they're both running already. That's pretty quick. Anyway, now that we got them going, back into the 3D. See, well, let's check our fuel before we go any further. I won't need a lot of fuel. This is only 70 miles or so. Under 100, I think, or about that. So we're going to check our fuel today. The only way I know to do that. Well, I don't know if I ain't put any kind of gauges at all in myself. My analyzer's not in it. I don't know where the fuel gauges are at in there. There's that fuel right there. So I can't tell how much it's got. Maybe fuel pressure to it, so fuel. No tips. I love it. I can't read it and tips don't tell me nothing. Anyway, we don't have to have tips. We'll figure out something else. And we'll have to regulate it anyway. The only way to regulate it is go into the files and do it, because there's not, at the pumps it's still, it's full, it's over full, a little bit overweight. Oh, we're going to settle back down some. Let's see what we got here. Regulate the fuel. Let's go to about 40%. Should be plenty. I'd love to go 3 times that far, I hope. Alright, we'll go 40% across the board. Now she's running at 40%. The next thing I'll do is I want to try to put this on VA. Now I've never landed this plane yet at all. I've not flown it except a few minutes working on it. I worked on it several hours, but within and out of the files I wasn't flying the plane very much. It was up flying some by itself. First takeoff and crash, and one takeoff twice. We'll see what we do with it now. So I'll pick it up. I'm gonna go get me a VA flight. So this is the way you go to the, like I did before. I clicked on this right here, the banner on TeamSpeak, which brings up the web page login. Then I'll click on the login. Once I get logged in, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna see if we got a flight. I'm sure there's at least one from here. I am at M65, which is Wynne, Arkansas, and I'll be going to Memphis, Tennessee. Be landing on probably runway 18 Memphis. But leaving here and flying over there. It's raining outside. Could be IFR most of the way, probably, at least approaching all. So we're going to set up for that. But we're going to take, first thing we'll do is see if we got a flight here going our way. So we'll click on the operations and booking. That's what brought this up. Here it says departure airport. Our departure airport is, well, it's M, but we had to add a K in order to make it work on VA, so it's added in as a K. KM65. That brought up Wynne, Arkansas right there. And Memphis is KMEM. And that brings up Memphis, Tennessee right there. Now if I put in the airplane, it won't come up. So there's not one for the airplane. I know that already because the airplane was just added today. But I'll in Arkansas to Memphis right there. Now I could click this and fly this flight. But I have changed the aircraft within the card. I can change the aircraft or you fly that, change it, but it wouldn't be accurate on the calculation because it's got the wrong airplane. Too small of an airplane. Don't run, not even close to the same size. But instead of doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to leave that right there, and I'm going to go down here to operations. If you don't like the flight or it ain't the one you want, it won't work, go down to operation corporation, and then go to flight list, which I did this just there or two ago. And we know the flights, we don't search still. You can click here for flight list, but you have to go to the other page to search it, not this one. And you go here to create a flight. Now this time I am going to use this plane, and it's down here somewhere. Here at the bottom, it's a de Havilland 104 Dove Early. That's what it is, de Havilland 104 Dove Early. And the flight number for this plane is set up as in the flight simulator is WF98. That's not the flight number on the plane. It's not number the login number on the VA. Anyway, I'm gonna click that for the planes. Then from here we'll be departing from KM65, and we're gonna go to KMEM, and that's how you log it in. Then you click create, and it'll create the flight. It'll tell you whether or not it did right here. You have created a flight from M65 or KM65 to KMEM. And the cost of the flight will be $4,000 something. You have a flight captain. You have a good flight captain. Okay, I'll go on it. Now I'm gonna fly this at about I'm gonna climb up to 6,000, but I'll approach it 4,800. I'm gonna call it 6,500. What I'm gonna call it going out of here. And I'm gonna fly it VOR to VOR, it'd be IFR We'll be using electronic pretty well all the way, probably. More than likely, we won't be able to see, but if we do, we'll be all right either way. I'm not worried about seeing, I'm just worried about getting there. I'll book a flight. Once you book a flight, it'll be created here on this page here. This is back on the page where you flight center listing. It'll be the first one if you just built it. Unless somebody builds another at the same time, they have to get the top of yours, but it should be at the top of the page. And you click here to bid the flight, and once you have bid it, close that out. You go back to the web, to the simulator. Now we have done started the plane, if I remember correctly. Let's see if it'll move. Yep. All right, we're going to take this plane out to the runway. I'm going to go down to the end, take off to the north. I hit and selected the page. There we go. So you wasn't hearing the plane. See if we back our way down to the end. I don't know which way the wind's blowing. I'm going to take off the north anyhow. Hopefully it won't be enough to run me or crash me. I could check it, but just take a chance on it. I don't think it's that windy. It's just raining. It's almost running straight down. Looks of it. Looks like I'm actually going to be backwards. It looks like I might be going into the wind right now. But it don't look like much wind. Maybe only the movement of the plane we're looking at for the angle of the rain. Put down the end down here. Get outside the plane and do a quick look around here. This airport is like mine at Ripley. This is fictitious. It's a real airport, but it don't have, as close as I could get it to what most of what was on it. A few things was added. Just something to work it in, make it look like it. And this was built by the same man that built mine. They built it for this one for Razor, built that for me. This is going to be our takeoff here. Well, don't forget to start the card. That's something I'm bad about doing. The card to be started. I could have started it back when I first got back in the plane, but we'll get to the end of the runway to start the card. Just don't want to forget it. We forget it, we fly out right without having credit for it. The fuel set. The planes are running. Everything's about ready to go. This plane don't have a lot of power. I think it needs a little power, to be honest with you. I believe it's underpowered. I'm not real sure. I hadn't tried to check into how it's supposed to fly. I know the default rate of climb is 100. That sounds too light, but that's enough to get you going. That's all that matters. Or I can change it as I go either one. You don't want to. I tried to take off earlier. Just had to fly it by hand. I actually lost control and crashed it. Alright, we're going to stop right there. I don't see a whole short line, but we're going to stop right there. I'm going to set the brake a minute. Do a quick run up. Check all the flight controls. They all seem to be working pretty good. Let's start our time on the VA. Go to there, go to flights, and the flight will be listed there where you bid it. Select it, click fly. Here it says here's what you're going to do. It tells which airport from and to, your altitude that you chose. It shows your 9 people. It subtracts for the crew. I said 2. It subtracted 1. It had a total of 2 crew total, and that shows there. It always subtracts 1, so I'll put. But that's all right. We got what we're going to have is 1 crew and somebody in the jump seat on pilot's co-pilot side, I guess. Anyway, that's what we're going to do it. Now let's just start the card. Card started. We click on the screen. It'll go to the background out of our way. Now we're going to move to the runway. Runway 34. Headed north into out of Arkansas, and then Memphis is be out to our, actually be on our right and behind us. Once I get turned out here to stop, I'm gonna let the flaps down to where I want them. I don't have a certain degree. I generally run pull flaps, and maybe what they are, I put 3 clicks. But pull, that's fine. If it ain't pull, it'll still be enough. We're gonna go with that. I use pull flaps a whole lot myself, more than I should. And I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna set this at 6,500. I said. Now we could hand fly it down the river, really, if we can see the river. 65, 85, 70, 65. I'm gonna set this on about 200. I'm not sure what this plane will do, but that's enough to fly it. That much I'm sure of. It'll be under 250 for 10, so I'll be alright there too. There's that right there for that. Now I'm gonna set this runway heading out. Now we're gonna bring up the radio stack, and as I've said before, Memphis radio VOR is 11750. So there's Memphis VOR right there, and I'm gonna do the same thing here for. I want them in both radios for me, so I can use them as. It's showing south of South Park, but it's showing it's not on, so nothing's on. That's all ready to go. This right here can be the same as that. Do 48 for now. Or we can go ahead and set it up. Runway ILS into Memphis on runway 18 left is 11115. We'll go ahead and set that up now. Might as well. We don't need this for nothing else. There's our into Memphis. We'll approach Memphis at 4,800 feet, which will be below that because we'll have to come down a little to it, but that's alright, we'll do that later. We ain't got up there yet. We gotta get up there, we're back coming down. Now, that's ready, everything is ready. We're ready to get on in the air. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the brakes, I'm gonna give it a little throttle, about pull the throttle, let it wind up. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna fly it, hand fly it down the runway a little ways. I don't know how the trim, I didn't even look at it. But this right here will set the trim for you. Without a doubt, I'm gonna give it time to get well and tight. And it should go take off, but if it don't, I'll hit it here in a minute. I'm gonna hit it. Stay there. Wheels up. Set the airspeed. Flaps up one click, let it climb a while. Out runway heading, see if she'll fly. This is 100 is too slow. I'm gonna give it at least 500 for a minute climb. Our signal just come on for Memphis. Showing it there. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn almost east. Flap thrust way up. Bring us around to about let's go 040 for now. Close enough for me. Just carry me toward the river is all I want to do. Actually not trying not crowd Memphis. Let's see how far Memphis is. We know more about what I'm talking about. 40 miles out, we're not too bad. Memphis is off our right wing. We're actually getting closer right now. So we don't need to be any further around than that right there. For now. And we're climbing out at 500 feet a minute. Flaps are all the way up, wheels are up. It's flying itself. And that sound that you hear there it does it every time. That is supposed to be the gear door closing, but you go out and come back in and close again. Makes a lot of sense, but that's what it does. Nothing I can do about that. Well, I can stop it, but that's just part of the way they set the plane up. So let's let it fly. Now I'm gonna let this back down a little bit here and probably back in a little bit to me. I see a few gauges that way. There we go. Now I haven't changed anything on the paddle as of this point. I'm going to. I just hadn't done it. I tried to. I've had too much going on. I have added these pop-ups that I always use. And they wouldn't size, so I had to add a fake 2Ds in order to make them size out right. Now I've got them sized out now to suit me. Radio stacks right there, and GPS is right there. We don't need a GPS at this point, maybe not at all. Now my runway heading in Memphis, let's bring us around the runway heading in Memphis. And it is 2 degrees before south. Eight seven or 78. 178. Right there. Now I'm gonna set that right there. So I will not pass that line, it'll turn when I get there. Now I'm closing on Memphis now and climbing 2. We're still outside the ILS range, but we're not much outside of it. Now, like I said, I've not flown this plane, so I have no idea what it's going to get me into when I get ready to use it. I'll try that right there, even though I don't know what it's going to mount to. I just feel like I almost always use that. Now, the lights in it is red. You can't see them in the daytime. At night they're red. I generally change them to white, but then they'll be too bright, so I may not do it. Now, if the people bought the plane from don't want me to do all this, all they got to do is tell me. I'll send it back and tell them to send me a refund because it's my plane. I can't do what I want to do. I don't want their plane or nothing to do with their system. Alright, we're climbing out. I don't have no idea how we are. Let's see if we can figure that out. On here, we're doing 100. We always get these calls that don't know about their public. Hello? Like I said, the public announcement thing. A very brief survey. I'm not going to talk no survey to nobody. Alright, we are 38 miles out of Memphis, 38 and a half. Memphis is straight off my right wing right now. And we got to come around to this right here, lines up. The day I'm going now, I'll start moving away if I keep this heading here a little bit. So we'll be flying almost dead east when we approach the localizer line. But right now we're going to be. I don't have to get any further away. I just don't want to get any closer, so I'm about to get a little further away first. I don't want to be closer until I turn into it. Now let's see what we've got outside this weather today. Like I said, it's pretty well IFR. You can see a little. You might could fly under enough to get by if they'll let you. I don't know what the ceiling is, what they'll let you do. I think 300 or something. Got my little plane right there. It has. Actually, I bought 2 kits. This plane here and another kit of 5. I don't want all those planes, so I took the 5 out and took these. I had 7. I cut these back to only 2. I don't want all the planes in my simulator. Just want the 2 that I call maybe the best looking ones. I'm going to build a 2D cockpit next few days, but I didn't take time to. I done made the picture, but I hadn't had to take time to cut it out and fix it. Find time to eat my Dunkin' Donut before it runs off. cup glass Coke, and I actually got a piece of cup of coffee sitting there too, but been there so long, got Coke. Oh, look at the weather pattern for temporary anyway. Cloudy around, but the haze disappeared. Nothing wrong with that. Get the chance to see a little ground. We haven't crossed the river yet. We're still moving sort of north at this point. River should be right up there. Some of these clouds you can't really see it. I don't know which road it is down there. The city. I'm doing this flight on a live stream. I didn't do anything this morning. I hadn't done any of my other games today. What little I done yesterday, fighting in and out, trying to get them to work. Watch other videos. I like to watch a couple of people work on computers that I learned a little from, even though everybody that you see on YouTube is not a computer specialist, but you have to look at several and then decide what you think is right and what's wrong. And I've got a pretty good judge on it. I know computers fairly well now. I've learned over the last few years a lot about them. Some I don't know, but some I do. So I can watch them and tell if they got a bit of sense. I'll know it pretty quick. If you got pretty good knowledge, that'll show through too. Now I'm gonna give credit to the one I like the best, Kerry Holtzman. He's fairly good. One of the best I've seen in explaining what he does, at least. I'm giving him credit where credit is due. I don't even follow him, but I would like to. I just don't do it. I never contributed to his work, but I have watched his work for at least 3 years. I've watched almost every video he's got, and he's got over a couple of hundred. Most of what he's got is right across the board where it belongs. And when it's wrong, he'll tell you so if he sees it. He's the only computer tech I really watch faithfully. I watch a few of those. Some of them are not what he calls computer techs. Too much involved, too many scenes fixed up to look like what they're not. Get another bite of my donut. Do a quick look at the card and see what it says. Should be alright, cruising to 6,500. Pitch 213 knots. Okay, it's alright. No gigs on it at this point. Nothing I've done wrong. Next thing is going to get this thing down a glide slope without crashing it. That I don't know. If it'll obey what I tell it, I'll make it. I don't know what the stall speeds are. I haven't checked them, hadn't even read them. But I'll find them when I get on Gladstone. I'll be able to feel it out. As long as it'll respond and pick back up, we'll be all right. If it don't respond, pick back up, once I get under it, it might crash. Once I realize it needs to speed back up. If it fails to, then... Look, I saw a little lightning down there in them clouds. There it is, lightning. I see it. I heard it. Oh, I said it won't pull that panel up. Now I got the panel running the other one. I didn't want to pull that panel up. That panel was put in just for a pillar. It's not part of this plane. I'll get it out of the next few days if I stay with this plane. I'll make that decision pretty quick. All the spots on that panel, little button and stuff sticking out. I don't know if I can get a good panel out of that without messing them up. If I try to paint it, those things they'll become a picture. When I took a picture, they become a picture, not movable parts. So to work around them and not mess them up is pretty hard to do, and not. If you want to move any gauges, not put them back where they were at exactly. These gauges here, I'm not going to be able to get to these gauges here, to the originals. I can't find them. I don't think they're written into the model and the panel. They're not in the virtual cockpit gauges list, I don't believe. A few of them are, but not all of them, and I don't know if they're actually removable. Uh-oh, my plane is turning. I hadn't been watching everything, and I believe I just just locked on. How far out? I need to know. 49 miles out. I don't believe I thought I did quicker. I moved away. That's good. We're in good shape. Let's come down to, like I said, 4,800. That's 360 feet for the airport. Cut it back to 300, and 45 plus 4,800. That's how I get it. Put that at 4,800 right there. Slow this down to about 140. Let's see if she'll fly it that dirty. Clean. Make it 130. She needs to fly clean. Let's see if she'll do it. Where is my altitude? Airspeed. Altitude right there, I do believe 6,500 and falling. Oh, it goes to 100. I've got to change this to at least 500 in the file. Probably make about 700 or 800 if it'll handle it. Let's get him down. I can fall past that, but I'll be able to climb past that. But we ain't got that far to go, so. Alright, let's pull this right here back up. And now that we're locked onto the localizer on VOR, we'll switch nav 2 to ILS and set it so it'll tell me when it's ready to take over. It will come on no matter how high I am or whatever. Just might not be in no range to catch it unless I get down to that 48 I stop out. And the 48 is the maximum. You get lower, but you can't be much higher. I say maximum, it's maximum for me. Pretty well as high as you can do it and still be a good contact on it. It's like flying in a milk bottle here. You don't see nothing. I've done it again. Pulled it up, which I can fly that pretty good, but ain't nothing to do with this plane here. Alright, we're gonna be put our equipment back up. Even that. And we're waiting for the signal for the two things we're working on. Working on altitude right here. The altitude's at o'clock. Climb. That's right, another 100 there. 10,005, okay. So what's that's 800? That's thousands here. Can't read the numbers. There's 10,000 right there. I believe that's right. Just about can't read the numbers, I'll tell you. But don't you know? That's climbing, that's not it. I am climbing. Why is that stupid thing? I'm going the wrong way. I'm gonna have to drop parachute down so I don't get out here too far. We'll drop about 1,500 and see if we can get down there. I done climbed. I thought it was falling. Fall gut come up on 100, and when I went to move it, it jumped over and I didn't see it. Went up, settled down. I knew that right there was going the wrong way for its altitude. Now it's going the right way. I don't know, I'm up to 8,000 now. But we won't take long to get down to this here. About 2,500 feet a minute. Just come right on back down. What's our airspeed? As long as it don't reach 250, we're alright. It only registers 210. And now we're back down to just past where we started. Now still another 1,000 feet. Now we're coming upon where we started. Coming down pretty good though. Let's slow it down here in a minute. It won't take long to get back down there. 37 miles out, we're not within the ILS yet, we're in good shape. Alright, now she's falling to 5,000. Alright, we slow this down now. We don't need near this much. Back to about 500. Look, come on down, or maybe even less. Whoops. Just leveled off, so it don't matter. We done made level altitudes. We're good enough. Throttle should pick up. She should hold her altitude. Watch it right there. See what she does. As long as it stays around 800, we got it made. Throttle pick it back up. Still looking for ILS. We're 35 miles out. It'll come on about 28 to 26 probably. Ain't too awful bad outside right now. A little broken up, but we're alright. How's it flying for its profile? Ain't looking bad. Still holding 4,800. I work on this thing, I'll try to move this right here up here where I can see these three here from a higher angle of them cockpit. I'll be able to come up right there and still read everything I have to fly. That'd feel more comfortable looking out. Don't really change the view there. Just you see more of this, but you still see over the panel. Don't change that as it follows you. If I go the other route, I can't see the altitude. Once the diamonds come on, I won't need the altitude. They'll tell me what I need to know. It's holding pretty good on its own. I'm gonna slide that back down. I feel like I can see better, but really not no more view on the part you have to see. 130 knots. Flying level at 4,800. 29 miles out. Waiting on the ILS to come on. This now to it parks are close to south. If you ain't looking right at it, you'll never see it move. It won't move but just a little bit, a few degrees. But when it does move, a few minutes later, the notification error will start talking to you. That'll tell you it's on. Let me bring this around to the top. We're not using it. That's the runway heading. Alright, we're getting close on one layer of flaps, so I need to know what it's going to do anyway. And I will slow down to 120. Now I can't see the. Alright, now we got an ILS now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn that on for direct. Temporarily, turn that on. This is lit, the bar is there. When I click this, if a heading bug light goes out, it's in control. It is in control now. That light went out on its own, it's in control. You don't have to worry about it no more. If it did go out, you still have to work on make it take over. But since it went out, it has already taken over. I'm going to turn that off. We've got DME on ILS, so we don't have to change nothing. I'm going to bring it down right there. It won't be up in front of me. I don't need this anymore. I want this to be right down here, take place of this. And I'd like to have this as usual somewhere over here. We're waiting on the ILS to come up, the diamonds, the glide slope. What I'd like to do is look and see if we're drifting. We're not drifting. We're holding altitude good. I'm going to slow down another 10 to 110. I don't know what it'll fly at. I'll do the condition. Right now we got one layer of flaps out. We'll go pull flaps. It takes extra throttle. It could pull you off the line. Some of them won't fly like that, but most of them will. Glide slope's up, down the glide slope made up, but the ILS is on locked. I'm gonna go ahead and slow down another 10. Put out another layer of flaps, whatever degree it is. Now we gotta watch this right here to see if it holds. Actually it climbed. That's alright, close it goes back down to there. It's just gonna do that, it has no choice. If it stops there, we are. This is alright so far. The glide slope ain't go up yet. She's a little under the throttle we're picking up, so it's going to hold. Parts of Just I saw that this here's also a glide slope right here. I saw it come on. Diamonds come on. That so this bar here and right there are the same things. They both glide slopes. Now we're going to slow down another 10. See if it'll hold it. Before we lock onto the glide slope, I'll be at full landing profile, wheels down, flaps all the way down. And see if it'll hold it. If it don't hold, we'll have to add throttle. May even have to clean it up a little bit, I hope not. Doing pretty good there right there. She's coming back to the line right now. Try to slow it to 80 and see what happens. We're getting in the range of it now though. This big bird ain't going much slower than that. It takes a lot of runway to get it off. It'll take a lot to fly it. I got to throw my airspeed. Sitting on 90, I'm doing 80 and sitting on 90. Still slowing down. She's a little bit on the mark right here. Don't get no worse, we're still alright though. The timers are moving. In just a minute, we're going to set this. We're drifting here, we're falling. We don't have enough flaps or speed or something, maybe both. I'm going to set that, I'm going to go dirty. Flap full, wheel down. We'll verify. Looking outside, instead of looking at the gauges, just go around and look at it. There, we're down. Flap full, wheel down. Now let's see what fast she's going to fly. I want this right here back. So that's what I've got to go by. Right now, we're still flying level. It's coming back up, so we're in good shape. She's coming back up to 800 here. These hadn't started flying the plane yet. When they started, it'll go down on purpose. But until then, it's not supposed to go down. What I want next is autopilot back up. And I'll try to go down another 5. I want to go fly at 70. We'll have to watch it real close and pull it dirty. Go down to 70. Looks like it might be trying to drift a little bit on the skin. I don't know what the stall speed is, so all I know to do is work on it and see. I don't want to be too fast, but I also don't want to be too slow. I'm a little on the mark right there, and it ain't coming back. I think I'm losing ground. Even though I'm fixing to start down, this won't help us not. I think I'm at least 5 too slow. I'm gonna go ahead and put this 5 back up. 75 knots, see what that does. I've already under 75 here on the knots. Look like this is climbing back up now. Need time to see if it's gonna hold. That's what counts right now, is these right here, from here on out. This here don't mean anything if you're falling anyway. These right here tell you everything you gotta know. They'll tell you too fast, too slow, too high, or too low. They'll tell you all of it. What we're doing now, it's just almost 80 knots. Set on 75. Get down the glide slope. Wheels down, flap full. Doing this thing. This is not a tail dragger, it's a nose plane, so we landed on the main and set the nose down second. Or 14 miles out of Memphis, coming up on it. Somebody brought a T6 in. substituted by some. Diamonds are perfect. Localizer line is perfect. Wind's got us a little bit crabbed. We're crabbing to the west. Winds will hold us to the south, to the east probably. We're trying to fly back into it slowly. The crab is what the airplane flies itself to low. To compensate for the wind coming in on the wrong direction. Diamonds are still good. I wouldn't want to get any slower because 75 I was slipping off a while ago. I believe it's about right. Coming into Memphis, 11 miles out. Can you see anything outside? Hazy. See if you see anything I recognize. City of Memphis, but I don't recognize it that well. Probably I-40 right there on the north side. I don't know if I'm that far in or not yet though. Clouds a little choppy around. I'm trying to see if I can see any downtown buildings. I don't see them. They're caught up in the clouds over, I think. Yeah, alright, let's get back in the plane. Be ready for whatever happens. Whatever happens, happens. Set my throttle at about 50%. On the joystick, you ready? We're just a little on the diamonds, we're not hurting, but that shows a sign of being slow there. Or the fact that right along in here, there's always a downdraft, you have to watch it. Usually a little closer to the airport, this area though. To get a downdraft that could pull you under, it's usually climb back up. By the time you get there. Back on
2,500.
2,500 coming in. Everything looks pretty good. Try to cut out that panel, build me a panel, may start on tomorrow for the 2D. Our airport's in sight. Runway 18 left is in front of me. Somewhere. Oh, look here, we got a clearing at the last minute. We just dropped all the haze. Everything looks good. So the wind's starting to chop us around a little bit. It always does across here for some reason. It's always windy right here. Most times a little downdraft here, and you'll see the diamonds climb up over it. As long as they don't get too bad. The throttle managed to hold itself and not get off enough, it can't start. It don't have to recoup all of it, just start to recoup. But it's on the way in. But now we're almost to pull the diamond down. Time is above the line means we're under it. Diamonds are back right now. That didn't take long to correct. Winds will fluctuate from 72 to 78. Look like about a 5 or 6 mile an hour gust hitting us over and over and over. Alright. Should be 1-8 left right there. That's center. That's 1-8 right, way over. The VOR for this airport is sitting beyond this out that way. The textures on this airport are payware, and they're made by a company, I forget the name of it right now, but it's as accurate as I'm going to see it get, because I helped build this airport. I know what it looks like. I helped build portions of this airport back in the 70s, and the main terminals all they're predicted right in this software. Preparing to take control at about 300 feet, between 500 and 300. We're running a little on the low side again.
1,000.
Actually, this time we're running on the high side. Wind's got us up instead of down. Coming back down to it. Back on the line, both ways. All this right here is the FedEx buildings. Right here's the FedEx. This is called, it's usually recognized as a FedEx runway. FedEx parking this side of the runway. We're running a little low down again, but we're close enough it don't matter. We're too close to the runway to worry about it. All we gotta do is put it on somewhere around the numbers or just past them. Between there and the halfway, we should be in good shape. We can call out 500 here for long. I think we're inside the 1,000 already. I believe I done heard that.
500.
There's 500. Take over any time. I can take over right now. Oh.
400.
Autopilot's off. I have control. Whether I want it or not. Coming down the line, diamonds are still seeing. Get a little down on this trim right there, do we?
300.
Alright, now it's coming down like it's all out to force it. Get over that way just a little bit. Watch out, lights. Straight up. A little high, slow down a little bit.
200.
We don't slow down too much.
Yeah. 100.
Watch out.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Touchdown. There we go. You hear the air brake? That's when I grab the brakes. Alright. Let's text this thing back up toward the, we'll raise the flaps a little. All the way up. Let's taxi it down to the next exit. On the right. Looks like the next one's the backwards one. I guess we're coming right into it. Next one's actually entrance on the exit. We're gonna take it. It's actually a exit for 36 is what it is. Our exit's down more further right there. High speed exit for 36. We could come right around there though, I do believe. It's not gonna reach left, I did it come up. There they go. Come around here. Cut across the corner here a little bit. Nobody in but me. I guess nobody on the runway nowhere. Nope. Okay, I didn't think it was because I'm on one flight. For this. I forgot how to pull the jetway. Pull off. Like I say, look at that right there. I don't know about all these jetways and everything, but they know there the main terminal building is right. Looks exactly right. The closest part there, the three parts. The closest part there is the one I helped build. I spent several months up there working. I probably can't put this on. Anyway, that there. I don't remember how it's gonna. All right, that's it. We're gonna turn the card in now. See what kind of job we're doing. With this far, I will see what I've done. I don't think it counts the match. I think it's touchdown. Touchdown at 45 feet per minute. That is a good touchdown in this plane radio at 54 knots. This plane landed a lot better than expected. Handled better than expected. That's good. That's how it done. We turn the card in, and we'll turn in our information. When it comes back, that's it. It's filed. That's how it's done. Close the card till next time. And this is Sound Dog. That's going to be the flight from Wynne, Arkansas to Memphis, Tennessee, IFR. You know, they have them. Here we go. Catch you later. I'm gone. Bye-bye.